Hi everyone, praise God. Welcome to my storytime corner. My name is Shannie and I'm so excited that you're here. This channel is all about reading stories. I'll be reading a variety of stories for kids, bedtime tales, love stories, inspirational, and many more. So if you really love stories, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and you can also comment below the story you would love me to read for you. I'll be glad to hear from you. Thank you. So today, get cozy and we fly away to Neverland with a magical tale of Peter Pan. Mr. and Mrs. Darling had 3 children, Michael, John and Wendy, who shared a nursery. Each night, before the children went to sleep, Wendy would tell her brothers exciting stories. The stories would always be about Peter Pan, a mischievous boy who never grew up, Tinkerbell, his fairy friend, Captain Hook, an evil pirate, and their adventure in a place called Neverland. One twilight, Mr. and Mrs. Darling came into the nursery and said, "Wendy, tonight will be your last night in the nursery. It's time to grow up." Later that evening, Wendy looked at her sleeping brothers. She didn't want to leave the nursery and she didn't want to grow up. Suddenly, the window blew open and in flew Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. Wendy rubbed her eyes. "Peter Pan," she said, "is that really you?" Michael and John woke up. "Peter," they both cried, "take us to Neverland, please." If you really want to come with me to Neverland," said Peter, "you'll have to fly there. First, Tinkerbell will cover you with fairy dust. The little fairies spun round and round and shower the children in magical fairy sparkles." "Now," said Peter, "think your happier thoughts and away we go." Suddenly, Wendy, John and Michael found themselves flying over the streets of London with Peter and Tink. It wasn't long before they arrived in Neverland, a magical island. Peter took the children to meet his friends, the lost boys, in his secret hideout. "Boys," he said, "I've brought you a mother." Before Wendy could tell them she wasn't really a mother at all, one of the lost boys shouted, "Peter, Tiger Lily has been captured." "Come on, men," said Peter. "Off we go on an adventure." Tiger Lily was Peter's friend. She had been captured by Captain Hook and taken to the lagoon. Peter saw that Tiger Lily was tied to a post on one of the rocks. He swooped down to free her. Peter cut Tiger Lily's ropes and whisked her away before Captain Hook caught him. Hook was so angry. Back at the hideout, everyone celebrated Tiger Lily's rescue. A few days later, Wendy was making soup for John, Michael, and the lost boys. "Thank you, Mother," said Michael. Wendy was shocked. "Michael, I'm not your mother," she said. "Don't you remember our mother back home?" Michael just carried on eating. Wendy knew the time had come to return to London, before Michael forgot about their family altogether. But Peter didn't want them to go. Wendy knew it was time to leave. She and the boys came out of the hideout and said their goodbyes. Tinkerbell was just about to cover them in fairy dust when they were captured by Captain Hook and his gang of pirates. Tinkerbell flew to Peter as fast as she could and told him what had happened. Peter, Tiger leaders, Tink and the boys hurried to Captain Hook's ship. They could see Wendy, John, and Michael tied to the ship's mast. Peter flew to the ship and pulled out his sword. "Set them free, Hook!" he cried furiously, "and leave Neverland forever." As Peter and Hook began to fight, the Lost Boys set Wendy, John, and Michael free. Hook and Peter clashed swords. Suddenly, Hook froze in fear. The sound of a ticking clock could be heard. Peter started to laugh. "It's the old crocodile who swallowed your hand and your clock," he said. "He's come back to get the rest of you." Captain Hook was very afraid of the crocodile. He hurriedly got his men to hoist the anchor and set sail for as far as away from Neverland and the crocodile as they could get. Everyone was overjoyed. It was time to go. The Lost Boys were very sad. "Why don't you come home with us?" said Wendy. The boys agreed, but Peter wanted to stay in Neverland. Tink covered Wendy, John, Michael, and the Lost Boys in fairy dust, and they all flew to London, where Mr. and Mrs. Darling welcomed the Lost Boys into their home. The children never forgot about Peter or the exciting adventures they had in Neverland. The end. Thank you for listening.